So here's the message. If you're a black woman, especially if you're a bigger or heavier black woman and you want to be treated, it's really time you drop the black love fantasy and start
I remember she said specifically if you're a bigger or overweight black woman, that's who she's talking about.
considering dating other men. Because most black men are not that guy. They are not the guy who's going to protect you, care about you, treat you like a lady, expand your horizons. These men are not that guy.
Did y'all just hear what I heard?
Especially if you're a bigger or heavier black woman.
If men don't want you, go to another race, expand your horizons. So wouldn't the obvious thing to do if you are a bigger, overweight black woman, go to the gym, eat better, lose weight? Why do women do this to each other? So y'all love to sit around and say men hate y'all and we don't want y'all. You don't want yourselves. Because one, y'all lie to each other, even though it makes you into a more lazier, excuse-making person. But instead of black women saying to each other, hey, we need to lose weight. We overall, as a group, are too big and men don't want us because of that. But if you are overweight, if you are big, or whatever you want to call it, the answer isn't going to white men or Asian men. It's taking care of your health, eating better, going to the gym 3-4 times a week. It's not even about you being big. It's about your habits. No man wants a lazy woman that ain't went to the gym since she graduated from high school. So y'all can sit around and make all the excuses you want while we don't want y'all. But until y'all start getting therapy, eating better, and going to the gym, we ain't gonna want you because we have standards. And if you think my standards are high, go to a white man with all that bullshit and see what happens.
So here's
All right, so this is what we're going to talk about today. I have a special guest that she wanted to chime in on this, and we're going to talk about victimhood. All right, so we're not just going to talk about this particular woman, but we're going to start off talking about this particular woman. But we're going to talk about why black men and black women always find ways to be victims of somebody else instead of us focusing on ourselves. This particular woman right here, I'm gonna play it one more time so y'all can hear it.
the message. If you're a black woman, especially if you're a bigger or heavier black woman and you want to be treated, it's really time you drop the black love fantasy and start considering dating other men. Because most black
So right there, she literally says if you're a bigger, overweight black woman, instead of actually going to the gym, eating better, changing your diet, going to just normal common sense things, go to the white man or an Asian man and let him put up with you being fat or overweight. But men do the same thing. And we're going to talk about all of this. So we're going to talk about victimhood. Everybody put your city in the chat. Put your city in the chat and hit the like button. As you already know, I'm about to say, hit the like button, put your city in the chat. And here's my guest. What's going on, Ayana?
Peace. How you doing?
I am good. I am good. I am good. So I played this video on Instagram and you hit me up. He's like, yo, we need to talk about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what first stood out with you when you seen this video?
Her beauty, to be honest. I was like, this woman's gorgeous. I didn't know what she was about to talk about. But then she hit me with the and I said, whoa, wait a minute. Let's take it back. But yeah, I felt like misery, heartbreak, disappointment, and projection. So it's just like giving up, being angry, and just kind of like spewing that toxicity back into our community because, you know, maybe being upset with her relationships with black men, or maybe she just got out of a rough relationship and think she need to dive in with others.
So when it comes to women focusing all their energy on being mad that men don't want them, instead of focusing their energy on why men don't want them,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think women tend to do this? They always seem to say, If you fat, you ugly, if you're this, you're that, whatever, is always somebody else's fault that somebody doesn't want you
Mhm.
versus you being in this dysfunctional or fat or whatever state you're in. Like, why do women always go to it's the men's fault instead of your fault that you're fat or that you're this and that you're that?
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna like it, but I'm gonna have to say it. I think that we have literally our victimhood has been pimped. Our emotions have been pimped by our oppressor, and
Mhm.
we have the constant conditioning to say, oh, women," like, "Oh, he should love you as you are," and like we're getting this constant rhetoric in society, and I think this might just be Black America because I don't see this necessarily going on in other countries. I know in other countries I've lived in, people are very much more honest, and brutal honesty is very much more acceptable. Where
Right.
here they've kind of pushed us to this point of complete pacifism. Why are women are doing it? It's because they're hurting and they have not learned how to get active and really change the direction of their lives. They haven't been taught to be actively powerful. They get power on the passive end, unfortunately.
Hmm. So, I like how you said it because I think men have the same issue. I think the media pushes victimhood on men and the media pushes victimhood on women, and it keeps us perpetual victims.
Mhm.
So, because earlier this week, I posted a video of a scenario that pissed a lot of men off, right? So this particular video about the women, like this woman, it made women say, yeah, why don't you just accept me for who I am? This particular situation right here.
So here's the message. If you're a Black woman, especially if you're a bigger or heavier Black woman and you want to be treated, it's really time you drop the Black love fantasy and start considering dating other men. Because most Black men are not that guy. They are not the guy who's going to protect you, care about you, treat you like a lady, expand your horizons. These men are not that guy.
Did y'all just hear what I heard?
Especially if you're a bigger or heavier Black woman.
If so, um, So that's on the woman's side, right? It is victimizing women. Men don't want to accept us. Men are narcissistic. Men are misogynistic, right? They're
Mhm.
misogynist because they don't want to be with fat women or whatever, right? But when you look at it on the other end, I posted a clip of Desi Banks, and me and a friend of mine, Amani, talked about how Desi Banks should have got put out, and he didn't have no business living with his his girlfriend. Like, go live with your grandmama and figure your stuff out. And Desi Banks is all sad and depressed because he's upset that his girl didn't believe in him. And in my opinion, that's victimization also. So I think because there's a lot of people on YouTube, they use that video that I did on Desi Banks and Amani, and she literally, I mean, they literally was like, see, this is the problem. These women don't believe in us. So that mindset of these women don't believe in us, that's victimhood also.
Mhm. Mhm.
So are we our own oppressor instead of whining about somebody else oppressing us? Because we men victimize other men and say it's not fair that a woman doesn't believe in us. Why can't she just let us live in her house until we get our stuff together, which is
Mhm.
stupid. And then at the same time, this woman talking about if a man don't accept you being fat, go be with a white man because black men are the problem and not you. It's
Mhm.
all the same thing.
Mhm. Yeah. Like I get it when it comes to Desi. Um, I don't know what other factors there were in the relationship, but for me, I think there's a lot of times where Black women end up holding their man down. Uh, I don't know what the case was exactly as to why she told him to get out, but I do see the need for a man uh to be able to bring a woman into his domain versus the other way around, because women are emotional. And like, I don't know if you know how long you've ever lived with a woman, but I know that we're more likely to get upset and be like, I'm out of here. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But
Yeah.
really, we want to come right back versus like, if a man is staying with you and you're like, get out, and then he get out, he'd be like, I'm done for real. You kick me out, I'm done,
Mhm.
So
So let me play a little bit of the Desi Banks, because like I said, I want to talk about overall victimhood on men and the women. Here we
So
go.
there was gonna be a woman I was gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? Every dime that I got, and while I was working, I gave it to her. The only thing I wanted to do was get me a haircut and pay my cell phone bill so I could, shoot my video.
Right.
But I felt like at the time the money, it wasn't coming fast enough.
Right.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button, y'all.
It wasn't there. So she went, you need to get a job. You need to do this. You need to do that. Well, I can't do this no more. So you might have to, go do something else. So it sent me to my grandmama's house. You know what I'm saying? So I was staying with my grandma for a little minute. And at that
But
moment,
that happened late at night. That was like,
yeah. Like,
so she put you out like 2, 3 in the morning.
yeah. And crazy. Like I cried. Like I cried. I was crying already.
But when you house a man, you're his mother. A man's supposed to house a woman. Like, you don't supposed to look for a spouse until you have a house. You feel me? So these men, they run around wanting to be with women so bad, where they don't wait until they have some type of structure and wonder why they get emasculated. And this is the reason why a lot of these red pill dudes are so screwed up, because they actually have this like terrible mindset of thinking that women owe them something. We owe y'all something. We owe ourselves something. We're men. We have to earn everything that we get.
Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun. Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
We have to earn it, and women don't. And that's the difference between men and women. When a woman is just like, get out, and she mad at you, you got to get out, and you cannot have nowhere to go. And if you ain't got nowhere to go, you literally could be homeless. So yeah. So right there. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, here she go.
sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. So right there, it was a clip of somebody responding to us, me laughing about like, yo, sometimes you need to be happy that he had somewhere to go, because altogether, Desi Banks, he could go to his grandmother's house, right? Mm-hmm. But I actually, in that video, if I would have let it play longer, I'm gonna let it play in a minute. I talked about how a woman told me to get out of her house, and I ain't had nowhere to go, right? Mm-hmm. So men were running around, men were mad at me because I was laughing that he actually had somewhere to go, instead of feeling sorry for a man that got put out by his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Victimhood.
I think your masculine perspective is very necessary. That father, like when the son falls and the father be like, "Hey boy, get up," and the son's reaching, he's like, "No, get up yourself." I think that's the perspective that you have, which is very necessary for our society.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
And we spend so much time getting mad at the oppressor, because you brought up the word oppressor, right? The oppressor, they're always holding us down. And I'm sorry. I think that's the biggest problem with TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. It's always the oppressor. And guess who the oppressor usually is? The opposite sex, and not the white man.
Mhm.
It's either men don't want us, ladies, so we need to go to a white man. The white man don't want your ass either. How about you get your fat ass in the gym and lose some weight?
Oh my goodness. What percentage of black women are overweight for real? I gotta know,
80,
because
85%.
no way.
Look it up right now. Look it up right now. Hold
No,
on.
it'll give
I'm
me
looking it up myself. What percentage of black women are over 180 pounds? Okay, here it is. What is the average weight of a black woman? 187 pounds. You ain't gonna be able to see it, but you can look it up yourself. Just type in anybody watching, just type in what is the average weight of a black woman. It'll show you 187 pounds. So
okay. We definitely got a problem. We definitely got a problem over here. You know, I've talked about it before. I just didn't know it was that bad. I didn't know it was that bad.
So yeah, the average black woman is 187 pounds, which is close to nasty. It's not nasty, but it's close to nasty. So so when you look at victimhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
The victim is usually the person that is surrounded by other people that are like them, right? So if it was only one fat woman, she would be like, damn, I need to start looking like the smaller women, because then I would be able to see there's an issue. But if all of y'all are fat, which is the average black woman is fat, right?
Yeah.
You don't think that there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So when men don't want you and you're fat, but all these other women are fat in your environment, because people only see what they see, right? You don't see the entire world in front of you. You see what's in front of you, right? And most likely you are around people that somewhat look or think like you. So most likely fat women are around other fat women. So when you're, because whether it's tonight's conversation or going to a club, you know, a bar, most of the women out are fat, right? There's a lot of fat women, right? So the thing about it is, if a woman who is fat sees that most other women are fat in their environment, they're not going to think that, oh, it's because we're fat. No, they're going to be like, what's wrong with these men? Because the average woman out here is fat. So why are you mad at the average woman? Because the average is somewhat the norm. So now black women think being fat is normal. So when a man doesn't want a fat woman, something has to be wrong with him, because fat women are normal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And I do see this because I know now, you know, people will look down on a mother telling her daughter, you need to lose some weight so that you know, you can get a husband. But when I lived in South Korea, this is something they would say to strangers, like, oh, they will poke your belly and say, hey, you need to lose some weight so you get husband.
Yeah. So shout out to Stan. Thank you for the super chat. You see the percentage at brunch spots. Yeah, like women love going. They made a new way to go eat brunch. Like, what is brunch?
Hold on. I live in Houston.
Women have invented a new place, a new way to have another excuse to eat another meal.
I think it's also we enjoy about brunch the ambiance. Like we get to get cute because women like to play dress up. Y'all like that about us, right? We like to get
okay.
Cute.
Y'all can play dress up without eating. Why y'all gotta play dress up without eating? Why y'all gotta eat and dress up? Everything y'all doing, it either has something to do with eating or drinking.
In my friend group, but
all I'm saying is, why is it that women spend all their time throughout the day either drinking or eating?
Now the drinking is ridiculous. Yeah, if you feeling like you gotta do that all the time, you know, you got to catch yourself and start some healthier habits.
So that's all I'm saying.
Food too, yeah.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. So I think victimhood is the biggest problem. And y'all in the chat, I want to ask y'all right now, everybody watching, I want y'all to comment. Who is the biggest victim of the opposite sex, women or men?
Oh,
Who is
women,
the
of course.
biggest victim of the opposite sex, women or men?
Oh, okay.
Who
I
is the
mean,
biggest victim of the opposite sex? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. What do you think?
oh, who is actually a victim or who has the biggest victim mindset? Because that's what I was thinking you were saying.
All together, like however you want to look at it. Who,
Black
in
women,
your opinion,
women in
is,
general are more prone to being a victim.
and we're not talking about assault. We just
no,
talking about life.
no. What I mean by this is women in general are more prone to play victim. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
that's just more just like a child would. We know as children are going to pout. We kind of know that women have a tendency to pout. You know, we just
Mhm.
know women are going to have more of a tendency to play the victim role because
Okay.
men in general don't want to be seen as weak, where weakness is not seen, physical weakness at least, is not seen as a bad thing from a woman.
Okay. So think about this. Everybody keep putting your votes in, men or women, keep putting your votes in. Who do you think is the biggest victim of the opposite sex, women or men? So the majority of people in the chat are saying men are the biggest victim of the opposite sex.
Okay. I think we're saying two different things.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
nobody's right, nobody's wrong. It's just
Yeah.
about perspective, right?
Yeah.
So this is the reason why I wanted to ask this question is
Mm-hmm.
because in most cases, even depending on what platform you're on,
Mm-hmm.
if you're on YouTube, it's going to be all these men who's going to be running around saying, "Oh, we're a victim of women's female nature," because the majority of the men who have problems with women, they kind of like they are on YouTube. But if you go on TikTok, there's a whole bunch of women who have problems with men. So depending on where you go, it's going to be a different demographic of people who think that they're the victim of the opposite sex. But my whole thing is, I don't understand.
I mean, they're playing. Oh, go ahead.
I don't understand how I'm a victim of a damn woman, but all these dudes are victim of women. I don't understand how women are victims of men, other than the crazy stuff.
You know, it hurts when things don't work out, you know, and we have a hard time staying together right now. And
What does that mean?
You said what?
What does that mean? It hurts when things don't work out.
It hurts. It hurts when, you know, you have a breakup. I don't know about you, but I've never experienced a breakup that didn't hurt. You know, to some level, like it's disappointment. Like, dang, I really liked this person. I really wanted it to go, you know, all the way, and it didn't work out. And generally, when something doesn't work out, it's because something wasn't being fulfilled, or maybe there was too much of a certain behavior that wasn't seen as healthy on one or both sides. But it hurts, and so a lot of us are hurting, and we don't know how to deal with our hurt. And the easiest thing that we can do is throw it at each other versus, like you were saying, getting yourself together, becoming a better person, improving on yourself. It's easier to be, you know, sitting here and wallowing, especially when they teach you and train you on TV all the time
To be a victim.
To be a victim, to wallow in it, and to really like hate me. Like, they teach us to hate me. If you watch these shows, I don't care what show you turn on right now, there's going to be some feminist bull crap in these shows. That's pure. Everybody's seeing this.
Yeah.
Like, it's always going to be like, empower women because women have been so destroyed. Like, women are not our men been taking care of us. Like, we made it here for a reason.
Yeah.
We wasn't building all them building structures. We wasn't doing the concrete work. We haven't been the electricians, you know.
Yeah.
It's woe is me, you know what I mean? So we're
Mhm.
constantly seeing that. And so some of us kind of we haven't seen it done in a healthy way, like get out of a bad relationship or break up. And it doesn't even have to be bad. You can break up on healthy terms, but you know, get out of a relationship and bounce back and just like not hate the person, but like do better for themselves. All we see is like revenge movies. Someone gets broken up with and now the other person is going for revenge. Like, that's what we see. They're training us to be like, oh, this is how I should act. Our brains are like computers. We literally have to program our children. You have to program. So if no one's there to program and they're seeing these movies and stuff, they're like, oh, I do need to, I need to kill the man that she left me for, instead of, okay, I should have never been dealing with her, or let me just make sure I get myself together because I
Right.
don't, you know what I'm saying?
So that's my whole way of looking at things. Yes, I've had a breakup that hurted, but every breakup doesn't hurt. But if we were to pay attention, well, with women also, and I'm just gonna say this, and because I'm not a woman, but I'm just gonna say it. It doesn't hurt y'all either. He didn't break your heart. He broke your narrative. You're just mad that something didn't work out. So it isn't hurt, is anger that you're back single, or he didn't do what you want him to do, or he left, and you feel offended that he actually would leave a quote unquote good woman, because all y'all think y'all a good woman. So when a man is like, I don't want to do this shit no more, or cheat on you, you're offended. How dare he go against what I want him to do? Like he's not another human being, you know? So when you look at it like that, it's not hurt, it's offense. It's disappointment. I don't get disappointed because I don't care.
And I think you have like maybe a more hardened perspective. Let me tell you, my man can hurt my feelings like just by
I'm talking about after a breakup.
Like, wait, you don't love me anymore? Like, I don't know about that one. Like, you know what I mean?
That's offense.
Man can give me a look and I'll be like, wait, you don't love me? Like,
well,
why
that's
are you looking at me like you don't love me? I need
Do you not understand that, Ayana?
I don't know about that one.
Do you not understand that's being offended? That's not hurt.
And so being offended doesn't hurt?
No.
So what does that mean to you? What is hurt to you?
Hurt is the okay, so I want y'all to think about this. We have to look at these things and compartmentalize them instead of being victims, okay? Because somebody hurting you is you being a damn victim, and it just don't make no damn sense. It's not hurt, okay? So sometimes you can have abandonment issues, right? And when somebody triggers the abandonment issue, you think you're hurt. You're not hurt, you're triggered, right? As an example, you drive down the street and you run over a pothole and it messes up your tire. Are you hurt? No. You're mad.
But you're not saying ouch. It's not making your breathing labor your breathing. I don't know about you, but I didn't.
What's the difference between you driving in a pothole and messing up your tire versus somebody breaking up with you? It's offense. God damn it. I can't believe this happened to me. You're not hurt. You're mad that something in your day or your narrative did not run the way you want it to. Hurt is if something stabs you. Hurt is when you get sick. Hurt is when you fall. That's hurt. And you can hurt emotionally, but we have to compartmentalize these victimized ass feelings, because this is the reason why I'm doing this show. All of y'all, male and female, think somebody hurt y'all, and that's the problem. Y'all are so used to and so accustomed of being a goddamn victim where somebody's always hurting y'all. Ain't nobody hurt you. If my ex-girlfriend, we broke up, right? And it was a dumb reason why it ended, right? I felt sad, right? She did not hurt me. The fact that my narrative was broken was what was the problem. It wasn't her. It was the fact that I didn't see it coming and I was confused. I wasn't hurt. So once I sat down and said, you know what? Okay.
You were sad?
People, Yes, I was sad. And it's a difference between sad and hurt. See, being sad is just a state of being. Being hurt is an effect of somebody hurting you. Do you see the difference?
You can get hurt without someone inflicting hurt on you.
That's not my point. That's not my point. I'm looking at the compartmentalization of being a victim. If somebody says they don't want to be with me no more, if somebody says they don't want to be with you no more, they have the right to do that. You ain't got no baby in you. y'all ain't married, y'all don't live together, that person has the right to turn around and say, you know what, I don't want to do this no more, and out. And if you get upset, you're not hurt. You're mad that they made a decision that went against you. It's not hurt.
It is okay. We can agree to disagree, because it can hurt. It can hurt that it doesn't work out, because you're saying it didn't fit the narrative. But if the narrative was, oh, like, we're gonna be the long haul, because why else would you be dating anyone? I feel like you date for marriage. In my perspective, so let's say you're dating for marriage, and you're like, you've been invested in this relationship for, like, let's say a year, and it just doesn't happen. Like, you guys break
That's what's
up.
crazy though.
Whether it's a healthy breakup or not, that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, because you're like, oh, I really love this person.
I want you to think about this. Nobody cares that you love this person.
Nobody's saying you gotta care.
That's the problem. So the thing about it is, you didn't expect this to happen. If you're single, that means every single relationship in your entire life ended. Why aren't you used to this shit yet?
Oh,
I'll say this again. Hold on. I'll say this again for the audience. If you are single, that means every single relationship that you've ever been in has ended. Why are you not used to a relationship ending then? Every relationship ended. Why are you so damn hurt? What the hell? It's not hurt. You're mad. It's not hurt.
Someone can be in a relationship for years and years and then get out, and the next time they have a relationship, it still hurts.
That's the problem. That's the victimhood.
If you love somebody, how is it not gonna hurt?
Why do you love that person? See, one of the problems, Ayana, especially y'all women, y'all love every goddamn person y'all in and it's just stupid if you just think about it.
It's not.
It's really stupid to actually love every person you was in a relationship with. You said it. It's a mechanism. It's not feelings. It's a mechanism. You just proved my point why you're not hurt when the boy or girl leaves you. No. It's not hurt. It's a mechanism. It's a mechanism.
No, what I mean by it's a mechanism, I think it's by universal design to attach women to men, because we're not supposed to be moving on and on. Like, we're supposed to be there and stay. And so it's a bonding mechanism.
Well,
let's not make it into a bad thing. It's a bonding mechanism, and oxytocin is released when we partake in sexual activities with you. If you can make us come, we get oxytocin. We literally get the bonding chemical flooding through us, and it attaches, and that's healthy. I think it's healthy.
No, it's not. It's not healthy. It's not
because you shouldn't even be dealing with somebody you don't love.
Ayana, stop for a second. I need you to understand this. Y'all will have sex with any man that will make you come faster than a man that won't make you come. So that means the mechanism of coming is more important than whether you think this man want to be with you or not. Stop it.
No, you're conflating two different things. That's just one part of that. Let's just be real. Oxytocin, this is a fact. Oxytocin gets released. I'm telling you bonding. I'm telling you that bonding chemical and us bonding to the men that we deal with is healthy. That is healthy. What needs to be? It's
not.
Yes, it is healthy.
Look,
okay, let's say this: if there wasn't so many toxic people,
look, Ayana, we're talking about the mechanism. You brought up the mechanism, right? Which is brilliant. Mm-hmm. The mechanism of bonding to a person that you're having sex with is not healthy. Okay, because if you have sex with a person that you ain't married to, or you like, there's certain things going on, this nigga ain't shit, and you have sex with him, and the mechanism of bonding with the person happens, you just ruin your own goddamn life. And if he leaves you, which you knew he was, and you get hurt, you're lying to yourself because you're not hurt, you're mad. And that kind of like exactly what I'm saying. The mechanism of hurt and the mechanism of bonding are two different things. You want something to work out, and you are mad that it don't work out. Just like Desi Banks. Desi Banks know damn well he would not have married his baby mama if he would have stayed with her. It took him 10 years to actually blow up on social media. If she would have stayed with him, it would have been so much resentment, so many issues that they would have just ended up breaking up. It's how it is, right? So he wasn't hurt that she left him. He's hurt because it didn't work out. Well, I'm sorry, he's mad that it didn't work out, and it made him feel a certain kind of way, like nobody believed in him. But nobody's supposed to believe in your ass. Believe in your goddamn self. So the same thing with the fat girl. The fat girl isn't hurt that nobody wants to be with her because she knows what the hell she's supposed to do. Stop being so fat, and somebody may want to be with your fat ass. It's not hurt. People want to stay in their own victimhood. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree what I'm saying. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with what I'm saying. People want to stay in their victimhood. And when you rip their victimhood out of them or expose their victimhood, they want to feel hurt because being hurt makes them a victim. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Being hurt makes you a goddamn victim. And that's a damn problem. Everybody wants to be a damn victim. Y'all can't wait to be a damn victim. So y'all can, shit is crazy. Go ahead.
We should see more. I think that if we saw more examples of the power of taking control of your life,
Thank you.
rather than we saw, people who are victims get a lot of money on social media. You come out and say, this person and this person and this person did me wrong. And, especially if they got some celebrityism and, you get a lot of attention. Attention can be power. It's influence. You know what I mean? So if we saw more of our people highlight the people that are handling business, really got it together, have a successful marriage,
instead of the victims,
we could shift the culture back, but the culture has been hijacked at this point. Our culture has been hijacked.
So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Victimhood has become the goal. So you can't wait to be like, oh, he left me. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just stupid. You're 25, 30, 40. Like, ain't nobody ever broke out your ass. Shut the fuck up. What are you whining about? Like, this ain't never happened to you before. God damn. Every single relationships in your life, every single romantic relationship in your life ended. Shut up. Act like it ain't happened before. People want to be victims. So to you dudes out there run around, a woman don't believe in me. You don't need nobody to believe your dumb ass. Shut up. And you women, if a man don't want to be with you, guess what? Most likely you knew his ass didn't want to be with you before you gave up the ass. You knew he didn't want to be with you. But once it comes to fruition, oh, I'm hurt. Oh, shut up. Sick of this shit. Let me shout out to I love my ad block. They bond with Pookie, Ray, Jarquavius, and feminine behavior, and Antoine. Yeah, and feminine Antoine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So women just make up, and men make up all these dumbass stories in their minds in order to make themselves feel special and feel victimized by another person. I'm not a victim of no goddamn body.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook just they just flagged my Facebook channel page, and now I can't make money on Facebook until they remove the damn block. Mm-hmm. I'm not a victim. I knew what I was doing when I did the video. Mm-hmm. I didn't say nothing crazy, but I knew when I made that particular video when these dumbass women on Facebook are going to say some stupid shit and try to flag my channel. I knew it. So I'm not a victim. I shouldn't have did the damn video. I thought it was a good video. It's still on YouTube. So it's helpful to people. Sometimes you do content that is helpful to men or women, but I shouldn't have connected it to Facebook. I'm not a victim. So I got to wait a week until I can make money on Facebook again. I'm not a victim. I did that on purpose. I didn't want something to happen, but it's like robbing a bank, right? You rob a bank, you and your friends go rob a bank, and next thing you know, you get caught. Are you a victim?
No.
Exactly. You didn't want to go to jail if you get caught. You didn't want to go to jail, but you knew that was a side of the scenario, right? I'm either going to make it and get a lot of money, or I'm going to go to jail. Same thing with a relationship. Only two things can happen. Well, mainly. Y'all either gonna stay together or y'all gonna goddamn break up. So it's a fucking problem. So I'm asking you, if I rob a bank and I get caught and go to jail, I'm not a victim, right? Because
Right.
that's the other side of robbing banks.
Mhm.
So how is it that I'm a victim if I get in a relationship with a woman and she dumps me?
No, it doesn't make you a victim. Yeah, no, I was never saying that it was
Wait,
gonna make you a
no.
victim.
How am I hurt then?
I
How am I
mean, you
hurt?
could be hurt that it didn't work out. I mean, I'm gonna stand beside that,
Is
but
the
I mean,
bank
I
robber?
agree with you though. You're
Is
not
a
a
bank
victim,
robber hurt that it didn't
huh?
work out? Is the bank robber hurt that it didn't work out, or he mad that it didn't work out? Is it different?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the bank robber. like it's. I think that you as a man may go like you might more so go towards anger, but I think that women do. I think men get. You said you was sad, like it be hurting. You wouldn't get sad if it didn't hurt a little bit. And I understand you don't want to be like I was hurt because you're like But I'm just saying, like, that doesn't, like, even if you break up in unhealthy terms, that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt because you're like, dang, I really loved you. You know what I mean?
I didn't.
Well, maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't.
No. I loved her, but I didn't love every woman that I was in a relationship with, and that's the problem. Like we run around acting like we can't get broken up with. And that's why I keep using the word offense.
Mm-hmm.
Women get offended when somebody break up with them. Men get offended when, like, what is wrong with y'all? Because if we can get rid of this compartmentalization of victimhood, right? These men on YouTube, these little whiny ass men on YouTube, learn how to shut the hell up and go get a better job or go figure their lives out or leave women alone until they find a purpose. And these fat ass women will actually go get their fat asses in the gym and go become more fit and attractive instead of being victims of men not wanting their fat asses. Do you see the difference between both groups?
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I understand your perspective for sure. Absolutely.
Because
I
everybody
agree
wants
with
to be a
Letitia
victim.
though.
Huh?
I agree with Letitia.
What'd she say?
She said, Aaron, your heart has been hardened.
How? It's not even a heart, it's a perspective. I want y'all to think about this. It's not about my heart, it's about my perspective. So maybe y'all's perspective needs to not harden, but become clearer. See, I'm clear of all of my emotions. Okay. Do you know you have 32 or more emotions?
Makes sense.
Most people don't. They only see hurt and sadness and all this other shit. But there's regret, there's resentment, there's embarrassment. There's like 30 some emotions, right? So instead of sitting around crying and whining about how something didn't work out the way you wanted to, how about you sit down and say to yourself, why did this not work out? What was I ignoring? Because we be in a relationship ignoring shit. The person might say, hey, I have a problem with this. Yeah, whatever. And you ignore it, right? Your man, my woman is always somebody that said, hey, you're not paying attention enough to me. You're not doing this. You're being a little condescending. You're talking over me. You're being argumentative. You don't listen to my point of view. Your mama said this and you didn't defend me. Whatever it is, right? We just be like, look, man, that's just my mama. I don't know what you want me to say. Next thing you know, she breaks up with your ass. All you got to do is sit down and say, damn, I need to do a better job at setting boundaries with my mama because it just made me lose my girl. Instead, she left me. I'm a victim. You don't learn. You don't change. You don't grow when you're a fucking victim. But when you get yourself out of this stupid ass victimhood and you say to yourself, what can I do? If I'm a black woman, I'm fat. I need to go to the gym. If I'm a black dude, I'm broke. I need to get more money. That's it.
I hear you. I agree with you. Definitely should not allow your sadness to hinder you from self-improvement.
Why am I fuzzy? What the hell did I do?
I don't know, but it just did it.
Okay. What in the world?
It said back.
Okay, there we okay, we good. We good.
Okay.
We good. But does that make sense, y'all? Like, put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree. The problem is we have to start realizing that hurt isn't the only emotion that we feel when something does not work out right. Lust, jealousy. Everybody right now, thank you. I think that'd be a good idea. Everybody right now, type in the chat of a preliminary, yeah.
Oh.
Everybody type in the chat a preliminary emotion other than sadness, happiness, and anger. Right now, everybody watching right now, type a preliminary emotion that we usually don't think about. So somebody already said lust, anger, jealousy. I said resentment. Put in the chat what you think, because I think that'd be a good thing. Because going back to this video right here, just going back to this.
You know, I thought there was gonna be a woman I was gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? Every dime that I got, and while I was working, I gave to her. The only thing I wanted to do was get me a haircut and pay my cell phone bill so I could, you know, shoot my video.
Right.
Like, what about her? Is he taking a second to say, but she needed this from me, and he didn't give a damn because he wants to be a victim. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Even in this particular video, years later, he still feels like a victim to the damn woman instead of considering the things that she actually needed from him back in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't care. Why? Because y'all enjoy being victims of other people. And that's my point.
But I felt like at the time that the money, it wasn't coming fast enough.
Right.
You know, it wasn't there. So she went to, you need to get a job. You need to do this. You need to do that. Well, I can't do this no more. So, you know, you might have to, you know, go do something else. So it sent me to my grandma's house. You know, since I was staying with my grandma for a little minute. And at that moment.
But that happened late at night. That was like.
Yeah. Like.
So she put you out like 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah. And crazy. Like I cried. Like I cried. I was crying already.
But when you house a man, you're his mother. A man's supposed to house a woman. Like, you don't supposed to look for a spouse until you have a house. You feel me? So these men, they run around wanting to be with women so bad where they don't wait until they have some type of structure and wonder why they get emasculated. And that emasculation, you turn around, now you're a victim of a woman emasculating you. No, you broke. So there's a cause and effect. Like, oh, you're emasculating me. Well, that's not the actual cause. The cause is you're broke and you living in a woman's house. You wouldn't get emasculated if you weren't broke. You wouldn't be emasculated if you decided to go to just live with your grandmama and let her live over there. When you live in a woman's house and you ain't working or making enough money, you're going to get emasculated.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to get emasculated, but I understand why that would be more apt to happen.
But you're going to get emasculated. Because she ain't got to say something for you to be emasculated.
Oh, okay.
She could make you feel a certain kind of way.
Oh, okay.
She can stop giving you sex. You know, she could do some little. She could have a little attitude, but like, okay, with your broke ass, and you know, under her. You know what I'm saying? So you can get emasculated, but you put yourself in that situation to be emasculated. You can't be a victim of her.
I feel that.
Go try for Uber. Go do some more shit. Go work harder or just leave.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So the real Hube said these are the emotions. Disappointment, frustration, shame, guilt, petulance, that's a good one. Animosity, pensiveness, pensiveness. I don't know what that is. Envy, being befuddled, disgust, curmudgeony. That's a good one. This being discombobulated, cantankerous, non-nostalgic. Damn, they just dropping. Bereaved. Woo, bereaved. Shit. Yeah, but those are emotions, you know. So there's other things going on in your head where you can actually, you know, wake up out of your victimhood and actually do something about your life, you know, and that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know, because this woman, this other, hold on, I'm sorry. Where's the video? Okay, here it goes. Because this woman right here, this shit is crazy.
If you're a black woman, especially if you're a bigger or heavier black woman and you want to be treated, it's really time you drop the black love fantasy and start considering dating other men. Because most black men are not that guy. They are not the guy who's going to protect you, care about you, treat you like a lady, expand your horizons. These men are not that guy.
Did y'all just hear what I heard?
Especially if you're a bigger or heavier black woman.
If men don't want you, go to another race, expand your horizons. So wouldn't the obvious thing to do if you are a bigger, overweight black woman, go to the gym, eat better, lose weight? Why do women do this to each other? So y'all love to sit around and say men hate y'all and we don't want y'all. You don't want yourselves. Because one, y'all lie to each other, even though it makes you into a more lazier, excuse-making person. But instead of black women saying to each other, hey, we need to lose weight. We overall, as a group, are too big and men don't want us because of that. But if you are overweight, if you are big, or whatever you want to call it, the answer isn't going to white men or Asian men. It's taking care of your health, eating better, going to the gym 3-4 times a week. It's not even about you being big. It's about your habits. No man wants a lazy woman that ain't went to the gym since she graduated from high school. So y'all can sit around and make all the excuses you want while we don't want y'all. But until y'all start getting therapy, eating better, and going to the gym, we ain't gonna want you because we have standards. And if you think my standards are high, go to a white man with all that bullshit and see what happens. And people got mad at me with that video.
Yeah,
Because they said I was too harsh. Why?
You are harsh.
How am I harsh?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you're harsh. You blunt.
But it's okay.
Get your ass in the gym with your fat ass. Okay, like wait a minute. Like,
what? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
It's real though. It's real, you know. Like I said, I get that.
We have a world of whiny, fat, broke, stupid black people, and they feel good about themselves because other people are also whiny, fat, broke, and stupid, and they actually think they're normal. These fat, whiny, broke, stupid people see this as being normal. And when somebody says something about it, oh my God, I'm a victim. I can't believe you said that.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you.
It's sad. And the best way for all of you who are watching to avoid fat, whiny, stupid, broke people is to buy my Deeper Discussions card game. Because my card game, it has 81 cards in it, and it will ask specific questions about their habits, about their lifestyle, about money, and about their ability to provide, their ability to follow, their ability to cooperate, and you'll get a better understanding of who the person is that's in front of you instead of staring at their titties, right? So next thing you know, because the thing about it is a woman can be Ayana's size now, and you put a baby in her because her bad habits or something, she turn around and get fat as hell, and now you got a fat baby mama. But you would have known that she has bad habits, and she just happened to be small, because some women just happen to be small. They don't go to the gym, they don't do nothing, right? And then they get pregnant, or this happens, they get depressed or whatever, and then they get fat, and you're like, yo, what is wrong with you? You're like, oh, why don't you love me anyway? And you ain't even had no conversation. So these cards will help you have this type of conversation. And the link to buy is hovering right around here somewhere. It says Deeper Discussions. So buy my Deeper Discussions card game, and I promise you, you will be in a better situation overall when it comes to dating people, because like I said, the average person is either fat, stupid, or broke. And it just is what it is.
It is what it is.
But you got any other thoughts on this? Because I've been doing more.
I just want to encourage Black men. You hear women come online and they say things like that. Just know that I feel like the average Black woman, or at least, healthy Black women, don't feel that way. We don't want to date outside our race. We feel like we have amazing men. And I think it's important to remember that a lot of things on social media, they show you some of the nastiest perspectives, or they'll show you some of the worst behaviors of each other. But that's not a true reflection of who we are, even though those are aspects that we could work on. So just wanted to send love out to the Black men out there. Don't let anything like this discourage you from loving Black women.
And you got to be careful which Black woman you love, because you can turn around and love a Black woman and she dump your ass, and now you a victim, So love Black women all together as a whole, but don't be running around falling in love with a Black woman just because she's in your face. Because we have to protect ourselves by setting boundaries and having standards, and if a person, you start, and that's the reason why I came up with this card game, because when you start vetting a person, these are your standards. You're able to utilize your standards better when you vetted the person already. Too many people don't vet people, and they just be in relationships with people because the other person's like it. Have you ever dated a guy and the only reason why you dating him is because he tried to talk to you?
No, I was married pretty early. And I feel like that's something you'd probably do when you're really young.
Okay, because I hear that a lot. A woman would say, well, I don't approach guys. I just date whoever tries to holler at me.
Do they mean date anyone that hollers, or like they would prefer a man come to them and they would entertain, maybe whichever man they feel like I don't know about that. Just because somebody hollering at you, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just going by what I hear. That's what women will say, and then they'll turn around and be in a relationship with a man that they don't necessarily want to be with because nobody else tried to talk to her, or either nobody else better than him tried to talk to her, and now she in a relationship with a man that she don't even want to be with for the sake of being in a relationship.
I've never experienced that type of issue, so
it is what it is.
Yeah,
but I hope this short show was able to enlighten some of you and give you a better understanding of what we are having a problem with. Because I'm going to push more content pertaining to how Black men are not victims of women and how Black women are not victims of men. Like, I'm really getting sick of all you whiny ass men and all you whiny ass women just complaining about the opposite sex and weaponizing your victimhood. Some of you are part of the damn problem. If you were able to compartmentalize your thoughts and your emotions like an adult, you'll realize you're not a victim. It's all in your choices. You know, like if a eagle comes down and kills me, okay, that's one thing. A damn eagle, you know, what the hell? That don't usually happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, if you get in a relationship and something stupid happens, you could have avoided that if you would have paid attention or bought my Deeper Discussions card game and utilized what was in a card game to your advantage, you know. But as long as we keep just being victims, we're going to continue being victims. And I think that's the biggest problem with Black people. And everything you said about the oppressor, I think we don't even know who the damn oppressor is. Every time somebody pisses us off, they're the oppressor. And I think men are now women's oppressors, and women are now women's oppressors. And it's all dumb shit to me. There is an oppressor, but it's not the opposite sex.
That's real.
So I will talk to y'all later. And thank you so much for pulling up, Iyanla. This was good.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Have a good one. All right.
All right.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.